The Father called Abram. He moved out in faith from Ur to Haran, and finally to Canaan. The Father then established a covenant with Abram, telling him that he would found a great nation. Not only would this nation be blessed, the Father said, but the other nations of the earth will be blessed through Abram's descendants. Now, Israel, or Jacob, was his descendant, and Israel was Jacob's new name. Now, Israel, the nation that will come from Abram, was to follow the Father and influence those with whom they came in contact to. Through Abram's family tree was the Messiah born to save humanity. Now, through the Messiah, people can have a personal relationship with the Father and be blessed beyond measure. The Father's covenants require a personal response. The Father promised to bless Abram and make him great, but there was one condition. Abram had to do what the Father wanted him to. This meant leaving his home, his friends, and traveling to a new land where the Father promised to build a great nation from Abram's family. Now, Abram obeyed, walking away from his home for the Father's promise of even greater blessings in the future. And the Father may be trying to lead you to a place of greater service and usefulness for Him. Don't let the comfort and security of your present position make you miss the Father's plan for you.
Know what you were put here for, but before you go, you're looking forward. You're trying to find a home you can call your own. You're way too grown to be making a jump, and life's too short, you've been down too long. You see them clothes, it's time for them to, they say the Lord don't, but the more things, the more they don't, but you boy need.
Now you got Oprah on, thinking maybe she can help you out your hopeless zone. She gon' you even tried the church. Pastor gave you a bunch of rules, but they ain't seem to work. You tried another one though. They got you feeling good inside and got you running for more and more. But it's all about you, not God, not truth. Just because you wear the suit don't mean you've been. Is Christ just the means to money? Plus health, you the master, he's the dummy? No. Well, if not that, then maybe it's better to be confused and forget all facts and all. You still been chasing a change, look where it got you. Depressed ain't a thing, you ain't making no. You done tried to find God, horoscopes and the stars still ain't getting very.
But here's a quick note. Jacob had 12 tribes, and Jacob and his 12, and the Messiah and his 12. Jacob and his 12 was in one covenant, and the Messiah and his 12 was under a new covenant. So let's look at that. Let's look at Luke 22. Luke 22, starting at the 7th verse. Then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover must be killed. And he sent Peter and John, saying, Go and prepare us the Passover, that we may eat. And they said unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare? And he said unto them, Behold, when ye are entered into the city, there shall a man meet you bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth in. And he shall say unto the good man, and ye shall say unto the good man of the house, The master saith unto thee, Where is the guest chamber, where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples. And he shall show you a large upper room furnished. There make ready. And they went and found as he had said unto them. And they made ready the Passover. And when the hour was come, he sat down, and the 12 apostles with him. And he said unto them, With desire I have desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. For I say unto you, I will not any more eat thereof until it be fulfilled in the kingdom of the Father. And he took the cup and gave thanks and said, Take this and divide it amongst yourselves. For I say unto you, I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of the Father shall come. And he took the bread and gave thanks and brake it and gave unto them, saying, This is my body, which is given for you. This do in remembrance of me. Likewise also the cup after supper, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood, which is shed for you. But behold, the hand of him that betrayeth me is with me on the table. And truly the Son of Man goeth as it was determined, but woe unto that man by whom he is betrayed. And they began to inquire among themselves which of them it was that should do this thing. Now, let's take a key verse out of there, and it will be Luke 22, verse 20. And again, I'm going to paraphrase, and it says, In the same way, after the supper, he took the cup, saying, This cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you. Now, the Messiah established a new covenant, and that new covenant was between us and the Father. See, in the Old Testament times, the Father agreed to forgive people's sins if they brought animals for the priests to sacrifice. When this sacrificial system was inaugurated, the agreement between the Father and man was sealed with the blood of animals. Let's take a look at that. Exodus 24:8 says this. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, Behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord has made with you concerning all these words. He sprinkled it. But animal blood did not in itself remove sin. Only the Father can remove or forgive sin. The animal sacrifices had to be repeated day by day and year after year. Now the Messiah instituted a new covenant, or a new agreement, or a new promise, or a new vow between the humans and the Father. Now under this new covenant, the Messiah would die in the place of sinners. Unlike the blood of animals, his blood was truly removing the sins of all who put their faith in him, because he is God. And the Messiah's sacrifice would never have been or necessary to repeat, or I should say his sacrifice would never have to be repeated